welcome back. Okay, so as you'll notice from my health, I've died and lost a significant amount of levels. Yeah, so that happened. I need to get my crafting grid back up, and as far as what happened, I went up here to start opening up this tetrahedrite mine. Well, long story short, I mined one block too many, and it broke into a cave that I wasn't ready to deal with. So yeah, that happened, and here I died. So I won't be going back over to that mine for the next month or so. Kinda want to get things ready again, so that when I get back over there, I'll have a better chance of survival. So it's almost January, and if we remember correctly, this sow was due to give birth in January. Yeah, January the 3rd. So we desperately need to get a place for her to, well, have a litter. So we're gonna go put these tools away real quick, grab some wood, and I guess start working on a barn. Prospector's pick broke, so I made a new one. We don't have much in the way of really good tools, but we have a few. Yeah, I guess I'll need those. First, let's get our crafting grid back. There we go. Okay. And we have a lot of sequoia, so I guess we'll use that. Let me sort out my inventory and I will be back. And welcome back. Okay, I have all my supplies, and the day's just now starting, so we'll have a good amount of time to get this done with. So let's see, that's gonna be road, and then this is the start of that piece of property. It's another edge. And another edge. And another edge. Okay, yeah, let's clean out some of this. It's a bit of a mess, so let's clean it up a little. Have a little bit of a better place to work in. And I might usually just punch it like I normally do, but we are gonna want this, especially in here. So I'm gonna have no shame in actually taking a little bit longer to, instead of punching it, gather it up instead. Yeah, that looks fine. And let's just get 2 more just because. It'll save that extra inventory slot. Okay, so let's pick some perimeters, let's pick some distances. We're gonna need a lot of fences, so let's just grab a bunch of wood there. You know, let's just get 2 stacks. That looks fine for right now. And let's figure out exactly where this is going to go. So that's the road for that farm, and then this will be the road for the barn. And I know it's going to need to get raised up later. Right now I'm just kind of parsing it out to kind of show myself the boundaries. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's exactly what we want. Let's just throw that there. 1, 2, 3. We don't need this here anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want that to go there. How wide is this one? Okay, that one's gonna be 5. I guess I would still work pretty decently well. Okay, we want this to be large enough that we can walk through it, but animals aren't very big. Especially since we're not putting any horses in here. So let's just have those sides go like that. Okay, so this part is for the pigs, so that's not going to need to be very big, but we're not just simply planning for the pigs either, we are planning for the rest of the animals, so that's what the pigs need, that right there. But if we put the column here and here, you know, let's assume that it's going to be 4 wide. And then we're going to have a 2 wide entrance. And then let's leave 4 blocks. Yeah, that doesn't leave very much, does it? Okay, so what happens if we reduce it down to 3? One, two, three, 4. 4 on the outside. Pardon me while I grab some water. Okay, I do like the idea of having 3 here. The problem really comes down to, do we actually have the space for that? And the answer, I honestly have to say, would be no. No, we don't. Not if we want to keep good quality of life with our animals. Which kind of stinks. Because I do want them to stay with a good quality of life. Well, how much room do they really need? Let's see, we're gonna have pigs, which need a little bit of shelter, but that's enough shelter for them. Just that. We're gonna have chickens. I guess they could come out here to feed, and we could put the roosting bins in here. I guess they really don't need much more than that. So what if we bring that side in to allow for larger over here? As far as this is concerned, we're gonna have sheep and cows. If I recall, cows require roughly about that much space. So I could fit roughly about 3 of them there. In the same amount of space. I guess that would work. It would get them more outdoor area. 2, 4, 5. It would give them more outdoors. As far as the sheep are concerned, they have their own insulating blankets, so I'm not too worried about them. Well, you know what, while I'm thinking about this, let me go ahead and, at the very least, help define the borders and where I'm thinking. So then the dilemma is whether or not I have 6 or 5. Yeah, I guess that's the real dilemma there. I mean, that looks like a decently amount of space, but that's a smaller area. So how does the extra block affect it? Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, I really think it's better if I sacrifice the inside for the sake of the outside. Okay, so let's go ahead and plot that out then. And I will be raising the top up as well. But for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and work on this, and I will be back. Okay, welcome back. This is the progress we have so far. It's just a very basic frame. Not really much to show or talk about just yet. We actually ran out of wood. As embarrassing as that is, since we cut down those 4 sequoias, it didn't even last us through 2 buildings. But that's okay. I'm gonna go cut down another sequoia, and then we'll come back to this and work on it some more. Meantime, I wanted to just, I don't know, enjoy the snow with you. It's very pretty. It's one of the things that I don't think there's anything better looking in all of Minecraft than just the snow. Just gorgeous. And thanks to Terrafirmacraft, it spreads a lot further than just winter areas because you have seasons. And yeah, I'm gonna cut this down and then I will be back. Okay, and we have a few more logs. So let's see what we can do about getting this done. Because I don't intend on doing this forever. Especially not on this recording. Of course. Scaffolding is not my friend. And there's the frame of it. I think we're actually missing just what, this piece right here? That's all done, yeah. Okay, so guess now it's just time to cut all these into logs to be used. Let's divide up the stalls real quick. Shore up the walls a little bit. Make it a little bit safer from outside. Okay. So that's taken care of. Thinking about maybe a roof would be a nice addition to this. But I'm not sure how I want to do it because if I use the vertical planks, they're not going to be able to be chiseled into stairs, which is going to be a pain. It's incredibly inefficient to do it that way, but I think it might be a good option. I know, you guys are not psychic. You have no clue what I'm thinking or what I'm talking about. But then it won't let me drop that in. That was kind of the idea, was to do that. What about here? Okay, just in the interest of the fact that you guys are not psychic, I'm gonna have some of this just being explained because I know you're not gonna get what you're just not gonna smell what I'm stepping in unless if I spell it out. So I'm thinking, is that a 4 wide? 1, 2, 3. That's a 4 wide. Can I stand on that? I can. Okay. I'm thinking about putting in some grates here so that I can stand up on the top and feed the animals. I don't know how practical that's going to be. However, I just really want to do it. So sometimes you just gotta go with what you want to do. It's not the best advice for life, but it's the best advice that I can come up with for creativity. Okay, and that doesn't look too bad. Out of, what, 2 blocks, it actually worked quite well. And can I fall through that one? No, I can't. Okay, good. So we'll look... 1 second. Let me get a thing of water real quick. It's very late in the day. And I'm a bit tired, to tell you the truth. Okay, so we will use that as a blueprint for the next side. And then I'm thinking... I know it's a dangerous thing, thinking. Thinking that that would work quite well. We just need to come up with a bit of a lip for that. We'll have to look on the other side and see how it looks. I want some type of opening here, so it'll be easier to grab supplies. But we'll figure that out in a little bit. I guess for the time being I can just wall it in. So yeah, let's go take a look and see how it looks. It doesn't look too bad. I think I could live with that. I think I would want a slant going up. But I honestly don't think that looks too bad. So we will go with that. Okay, so let's go check that out and see if it looks any better. Yeah, that's kind of the look I was going for. So that is wonderful. We will copy the same thing on the other side, and I guess we'll copy the same pattern of this over there too. I have my reservations, I guess. But I guess most of my reservations are just not knowing what to do with this line right here. I mean, I guess I could leave it in, but it's not really necessary. I don't know. Maybe I'll focus on getting the roof done, especially for that part. And then I'll play around with it. In the meantime, let me get some work done. Okay, welcome back. I've come up with a decision. Yes, the other one looks nice, but if I go ahead and wall it in and then put these planks here, I can still see down there and still feel like I can feed from the loft, which is really what I was after. I was after that feeling. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pull those up, finish applying the roof, and finish applying these on the sides. And that should be the barn. With the obvious exception of needing some walls down here. But that's not really a big deal. It's really not. So let's do that real quick. That looks fine. And we'll just have those be doors. So let's make another one of those. If I recall, the recipe was this. Oh, that's right, you guys weren't on camera last time I made these. Yeah, so that's that. And we will do the same thing on this side. So we'll have a small little walkway here. I guess I could kind of show you that. It'll look a lot like this, except for that will be a little higher. Okay. So let's move the pigs on over. And give you an idea of what it looks like. Now, of course, with this being done, and we only have one house, that house is taking care of the orchards, we have to get the other house built, and it has to be done pretty soon. Or we won't have the workers required to do this. However, if you haven't noticed, we do have some of the trees transferred over. So the only ones left are the cherries, and they are outside of the border of that house. So that's what I'm going to do between episodes. I'm going to build that house and finish up that barn. So until then, talk to you later.